So we exist for eternity. Now you're free to sing. I am you and you are me. I am you and you are me.
So we exist
for eternity.
So we exist for eternity. We exist for eternity.
I am you and you are me.
I am you and you are
me. So we exist for eternity.
So we exist for eternity.
So we exist for eternity.
So we exist for eternity. I am
You and you. Eternity. I am you and you are for eternity.
I am you and you are me.
you
are me.
So
exist for eternity.
So exist for eternity. I am you and you are me. I am you and you are me. So exist for eternity. So exist for eternity. I am you and you are me. I am you and you are me. So we exist for eternity. So we exist for eternity. I am you and you are me. I am you and you are me. So we exist for eternity.
I am you and you are me. So exist for eternity.
I am you and you are me. So exist for eternity. So exist for eternity.
So exist.
I am you and you are me.
For eternity.
I am you and you are me. So exist for eternity.
Am you
So exist for eternity.
and you.
Now see if you can take a breath in between the mantras. I am you and you are me. I am you and you are me. So we exist for eternity. So we exist for eternity. I am you and you are me. I am you and you are me. So we exist for eternity. So we exist for eternity. I am you and you are me. I am you and you are me. So we exist for eternity. So we exist
This
for
for
eternity.
eternity.
I am you and you are me. I am you and you are me. So we exist
For
for
eternity.
eternity. So we
We
exist
exist for
for
eternity.
I am you and you are me. I am you and you are me. So we exist
We
for
exist for
eternity.
eternity.
So we exist for eternity. I am you and you are me. I am you and you are me. So we exist for eternity.
Eternity.
So we exist for
We
eternity.
exist for eternity.
I am you and you are me. I am you and you are me. So we exist for
Exist
eternity.
for eternity.
So we
We
exist
exist
for
for
eternity.
eternity.
I am you
You
and you
you
are
are
me.
me.
I am you and you
You
are
are me.
so we exist
We
for
exist for
eternity.
eternity.
So we
We
exist
exist for
For
eternity.
eternity.
yeah. I am you and you are
You are me.
I am you and you are
Me.
so we exist for eternity. So we exist for
For
eternity.
eternity.
I am you and you are I am you
So
and
exists for eternity. And you would
so we exist for eternity. I am you and you are I am you and you are so we exist for eternity. So we exist for eternity. I am you and you are I am you and you are so we exist for eternity. So we exist for eternity. I am so we exist for eternity. Woo, yay.
Hey, okay. Wow.
Yes.
Yeah. Woo.
Something's going on there.
Hang on a second. Did you say something, Jen?
Oh, I was just thanking everyone for joining in and wondering if that got everybody going.
Thank you, Jim. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you, Djin.
I'm up here on Mount Shasta, by the way. Broadcasting from 14,000 feet mountain on Northern California. And
I hope we can all come and visit you there soon on our regenerative psychomagic circus tour, which you're all invited to. So I think, does that complete for you for our music and meditation for today, Jen? Did you want to do?
yes, that was it.
Perfect.
I am you and you are me. I could do one more if you'd like.
Well, let's save it maybe for the end if you can stick around.
Well, I'll be around if you're still on when I get back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
We're going till 2, probably 2:30.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
Okay.
Good seeing you, Jen. That was beautiful. Thank you.
Thanks, Amy. We'll get to your tarot reading or questions later.
Sounds good. All
Okay.
right. So
Blessings, everyone. Blessings, blessings.
I just want to thank and oh my God, my heart is singing. I'm so grateful that I have been allowed to create this experience that we can all connect within.
I want to take a picture of them.
Okay. And I'm gonna start to introduce my dear sweet father for a quick star exercise. Oh, no, wait a second. Excuse me. I think I've got it wrong. Let me check my schedule here. Yes, no, I was wrong. It's Rebecca. I always skip ahead when I'm doing this hosting. I get so excited.
Rebecca.
Hello. Hi,
Yes.
from Italy. It's dark here. It's 8:30, so it's the evening. Another time scale.
Oh.
And
She's
are you happy to? Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you perfectly. I wanted to just offer you, I have your introduction here. I can continue to say a little bit more about what you're going to present if you would like. Or you can.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Here I go. Okay. So Rebecca is going to share with us a little death ritual. We will share a moment of collective dying, letting go into the gravity field all that our bodies don't need to carry anymore, to create some room for rebirth. Prepare, that's the intention of these events, by the way, is we're using this tool of our virtual meeting to be able to practice our collective rebirthing. And oh, I forgot to put this in the Facebook event, but hopefully if you have some kind of, you can bring a candle that you have nearby. I'll go get our candle, or a dress you would love to be wearing, a scent you like to breathe. Hopefully you're already doing that. Have some, connect to something in your space that brings you peace. And I will be sharing her pictures and the video and website in the chat by the end of the event. Over to you, my darling Rebecca.
Exciting to be connected with you, the other side of the ocean. And I haven't been in many Zoom meetings lately. This year, I've been trying to skip through the mountains and go to meet people when it was forbidden. So it's nice to see how we can still recreate togetherness also through these machines. But I would like to invite you to come back to our bodies again. So in our own spaces, I've prepared a little soundtrack of about 10 minutes. There's going to be some sound I played that are the sounds that are going to give us a direction to do the little dying. So for dying, I am just envisioning a simple exercise of letting ourselves drop down to the floor gradually. So we will start from standing or sitting if you don't want to stand. And we'll have 1 minute of just sensing our bodies and sensing our breath. And then some sound from didgeridoo will start for about 6 minutes. And that time we are invited to all drop down together to the floor. There will be 1 minute pause, and then some other sound will invite us to come back up. So I'm not sure how each of you is set up in your space, if you like to just witness what is happening, or if you just want to join me in this moment. The idea is that we let all the heaviness of what is keeping us down drop us really down to the floor, to release things you like to say, to ask?
Hmm.
You want to take a moment to sense a moment of the things you want to release. And we have this beautiful tool of gravity and our body. So how we relate to the gravity field is also made up of our thoughts, beliefs, the history of our body. So by going down, making peace with gravity, we have a chance to transform. That's the point.
Yeah, this is nice. This is wonderful.
So we are gonna try and put. So I cannot really see if you are. Let me see. If you are taking the space that you need. Voilà. That's my home.
Yeah. Do you want to stand over there? Okay.
So I'm gonna start from here, gradually going down. Oops, my sound just started without me. So I'm going to start the sound. And you can either witness or find the space. And we'll follow the didgeridoo all the way down to the floor. Yes, so whoever wants. Let me start. So just standing and sensing our breath. Capturing sensation in the body. And closing our eyes if we can, or relaxing the eyes if we are afraid of closing them. We start. Allowing the feeling of heaviness, heavy thoughts to move our body towards the ground. Taking our time to explore sensation arising as they travel through the body. observing thoughts and allowing movement to transform. Radiating down to the floor, embracing gravity, allowing gravity to break.
Huh? Huh? Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're right there. Help yourself.
Allow gravity to embrace us.
Friendly reminder to mute if you're not speaking.
And gradually awakening the new body wants to start to flourish again. Opening the eyes of the imagination to sense a beautiful landscape, matching your vital needs, your soul needs, meeting the souls of the world, soul. Come back up to standing. Simply breathing and acknowledging. Sensing your posture. And giving thanks to yourself, placing your hand on your heart. And thanks to the all of the surrounding. For teaching you, for strengthening you, for showing you a new path or an old path, but the one that you are this path. The one that is more nurturing your soul, as it is the soul of Gaia. Okay, and release, ready. How is everybody?
Good, very good.
Yes?
That was so good.
Yes. Good.
Yes, I enjoyed it and I'm sweating.
Amazing. Cool.
Thank you, Rebecca.
Thank you so much. Oh, my phone is
Thank you,
gone out.
Rebecca.
Thank you so much. Let me just put my phone to charge because the battery is gone very down, dropped to 1. So I just at least want to not have that. Yeah, thank you all. It was just a bit of an experiment, so I hope it conveys the same, that you felt, and I felt you as well. I mean, I think it can be a good practice to do often until all this blockage is gone, or until we can really connect more, but with each other and the planet. I think one of those practices anyway.
Absolutely. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to rush us along quickly. I wish we could just sit in this space for an hour, but that's not how it's going to go today. Soon, someday we'll all be together in a beautiful retreat center in an eco village and be able to take hours and hours of just hanging out and healing and playing.
I think I'm not sure I can stay much because there's some Saturday evening things here in the village, and I might pop out and then come back later to join the rest of the event.
Wonderful.
So,
as everybody, as I said at the beginning, I don't know if you heard this announcement, but everyone is invited to come and go as they please. This is a practice of self-responsibility and taking care of our needs and being here as much as we can.
yes.
How delightful to meet you. That was a beautiful experience. Thank you.
And yes. Okay, and I just want to acknowledge we have a clown act performance going on. Joe Borfo, the Reverend, is bringing the Cree. So the magical, no, he's not next. He's just adding perfectly. That's why he's part of our psychedelic circus community, because he knows how to act like a wackadoodle perfectly. Okay, he's going to be quiet now. Okay, so I have a little negotiation for us between Zarathustra and Dr. Robert. Because we've run quite late, as per expected.
Sound.
So, Robert, are you cool to wait about 10 minutes?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so we will continue to move the schedule along in order later than it says that we're doing it. But I'm here as long as it takes. And I'm just going to show you guys the schedule one more time because I'm so proud of it. So we just had Rebecca with a little death, and now we're going to have Zed with a very quick 2-minute star exercise and 10-minute Mystic Road. And then we'll have Dr. Robert Frost and my dear sweet mother, Amy, after that. And then comes twist storytelling. Oh boy. Okay. We're all here in this together. I'm having fun.
Me too.
Make a face if you're having fun. Yeah. Oh yeah, Mia's doing it. Twist, let's see your face. Oh, nice face. Very good. Yes, he's got goggles on. He can see into the extra dimensions. And Neely's here. And Scottie, nice face. He's a pirate. Arr.
Oh, mate. Melty dubs.
And now I'd like to introduce to everyone my dear sweet dad. Dad, do you want me to unmute you, or are you gonna unmute yourself? I can't hear you. Oh, here he comes.
Better unmute him.
Let's see. I haven't had any success with that so far, so I kind of gave up on it, and I've just been letting people. But let's see if it works now. I'll try it.
Z, are you there?
Wait, he's getting up.
I think he's trying to get onto his computer. But everybody, I'm going to highlight Joe Borfo until he's coming. Spotlight video, there we go.
There's a mouse in my house.
Huh.
My wife is not happy about it. So I'm removing all the boards underneath the counters. I'm hunting. I'm looking for a mouse.
Okay, so now that was Reverend Joe Borfo hunting for a mouse. And now we're going to spotlight Daddy. Can we hear you, Dad?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, well, I've been trying to get the audio going for about an hour here, and it looks like it's finally on. I had to switch 3 different computers, and now it looks like this one's working. In the remaining time, what do you wish me to do?
Well, I'd love for us to do a quick star exercise, whoever's available for that, standing up, and or you can do it sitting down. If you get lightheaded, you might want to stay sitting down. But yeah, let's do it.
Yes, I'm going to stand up now.
Yeah, you sure? Okay.
Yeah.
And Mom, you're going to stand up. Can you see yourself?
We're both standing up now.
These are my parents.
Slowly.
I'm so proud of them. Oh, we've got Mia on the hula hoop. Yeah, stand in that. Mia knows how to be an interdimensional traveler. Psychodelicate wasn't quite able to join us today. She's going to be here on Tuesday and Saturday. Here's Dad. Friday, I meant. Take it away, Dad.
Okay, everybody stand up, shoulder width apart with your feet. And I haven't had audio until right now. Sorry, I didn't get to put my voice into Djin's beautiful music of I am you and you are me. But we used to sing that every morning at 4 a.m. in the group that we were in, that I knew Djin in. But before that, we would do this exercise. And this exercise is called the star exercise because you make of yourself a 5-pointed star with your left hand pointed upward, straight out, your right hand straight out with the palm pointed downward, because we receive energy in through the left side and out through the right side. And then we do a breath that our leader learned from Eugene Pearson and Yogi Bhajan, his spiritual father, called the breath of fire. You tilt your head back slightly and breathe completely through the nose, in and out 108 times, completely and fully, where on the inhale, you bring the air in and strike the solar plexus lightly. And then on the exhale, you breathe out and somewhat exhaust the breath at the very end in a little snap. So you get the hang of it after doing it for 20, 30 years. But for now, just do the best you can with a deep breath, but don't hurt yourself. Some people that I know have hurt themselves doing this exercise. So just listen to your body and you can feel when you're hurting it, and don't go beyond that. All right, let's begin breathing 108 times. Breath of fire. Point your eyes up to the third eye. On the last breath, hold. And slowly breathe out. Okay. And then we all sat down and did a meditation together. which I'm taking this meditation from our, and you can take a moment to recover from the star exercise if you need to. But this meditation is from a group exercise that we all did in the family. And my brother Enoch and I have started now on a website that you guys can all join with us in, a weekly meditation group called the Mystic Road. And this is this week's exercise, very simple. For the first 5 minutes of the exercise, you just make of your mind a blank screen, just feeling your breathing, just feeling your blood flowing through you, just feeling your thoughts go in and out of your brain, and visions you have in your mind and what you see. But try to make that into a space of no thought at all for the first 5 minutes of the exercise. And we have a visual aid. We will have a visual aid on our website. If you look on our website where we're doing this weekly meditation group, it's called The Spot. And it's a little thing you can put up on your wall to stare at when you do the blank mind exercise. And as you're breathing in, you see those lines on the outside. There's 8 lines radiating into a center spot. Think of the spot being in the center of your brain, and all the lines are coming from thoughts that you're having in your mind, and you're drawing them in on each inhale until you have no more thoughts left out there except no thought, and try to stay in there as long as you can. So we'll do that for about 3 more minutes, and close your eyes and start breathing rhythmically and slowly, and doing the no mind exercise, the no thought exercise. Bring all your thoughts into the center of your brain and gather that energy in there to be used later when you want to focus it on the affirmation that's done in the second half of the exercise. And now we can start the second part, which involves also a continuation of the breathing part of the Mystic Road, which all the exercises in the Mystic Road engage in a 4-part rhythmic breath, where on the inhale, it's a slow inhale through the nose. And so is the second part, which is a holding in gently and effortlessly. Hold your breath for 4 seconds or 8 seconds, whatever a comfortable rhythm is for you. And then you breathe out for the same length of time, easily and gently, all through the nose. And then the fourth part is a holding out, also gently, effortlessly, and with no tension, and just relax before you take your next inhale. And then start it over again. Inhale with, say, 4 counts. And then during this first week's exercise, during this part of the Mystic Road exercise, the second part, after the no mind 5 minutes initial part, then you do an affirmation part where you're concentrating on your third eye, doing the rhythmic breath, and repeat to yourself an affirmation or mantra. This week's being, I have energy and I have wealth and health and success. So you repeat that. I have health, wealth, happiness, and success, those 4 parts, on each part of the rhythmic breath, and then start over with the next part of the rhythmic breath with the 4 parts. So I'll just do the counting, and I will change off with the counting with repeating the affirmation. So breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then hold out, 1, 2, 3, 4. And start in again with the next cycle. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4. Hold out, 2, 3, 4. I will have health, wealth, happiness, and success. Hold and say the same 4 things. Breathe out, I will have health, happiness, wealth, and success. Hold out, I will have health, wealth, happiness, and success. Breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4. Hold out, 2, 3, 4. And now you can count yourself for the last 3 minutes. And remember, you can close your eyes, look at the third eye when you do this. Okay, I don't know how you all feel, but I could do that for another 2 hours. But thank you for allowing me to share the Mystic Road with you guys. Like I'm telling you, it's a continual study group together with my brother Enoch, and I comment every day on the day's exercise, the week's exercise. And also, we're combining it this year with tarot card, one for each week, also of the 22 weeks. So any of you that want to, will be posting the address of the Facebook group. But if you just Google into the Facebook, query bar, Invincible Warriors of Light, you'll see our group there.
So, Dad, if you
And
look at the chat, you'll see that I already put the link to the Facebook group for Mystic Road in there. But we can also,
great, thank you.
you're capable, you can type in the chat as well.
Okay, I'll do that.
You can type all your links. And that goes for everyone. I already just posted Dr. Robert Frost. And I'm going to introduce him now in a moment. I want to welcome.
Well, thank you, Z. That was beautiful.
Thank you, Amy. I'm glad you liked it.
And yeah, Dad, I cut you off. Thank you for being easygoing. Let me know if there's anything else you want to say. No, you muted yourself. You're good. Okay, beautiful. Y'all continue.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, Mia, thanks you, Dad. You
It
guys,
was awesome.
you guys are gonna have fun together. You two hippies cut from the same cloth. Wild, radical, beautiful, magical individuals. And now for another. Oh, it looks like that computer is not muted. Could you go mute that? Oh, the sound isn't on there. Never mind.
Yeah, it's in the other room.
I know that. Thank you. And also, by the way, this is being recorded for posterity. It's only going to be the main posterity, prostrations.
For prosperity.
And yes, you are welcome to just listen. You're welcome to just pop in and out. And I'm so grateful. It's exciting. We have 18 people here today. That's more than I could have ever wished for and imagined for my first virtual healing playtime event. And, or I guess Dad's on twice, so we have 17. Okay, so now to introduce Dr. Robert Frost, ladies and gentlemen. Academically, Dr. Frost has degrees in psychology, biology, and physics from the University of California at Santa Cruz. He is a certified practitioner of neurolinguistic programming, having studied 250 hours with Richard Bandler, Robert Dills, et al., the rest of them. He studied 3 years in London with Patrick MacDonald to become an Alexander technique teacher. While working in a Swiss medical center, he became known as the man who can get rid of anyone's back pain. He lived in Switzerland for 20 years and was awarded Swiss citizenship. His main healing modality is applied kinesiology. He wrote the applied kinesiology textbook used in American chiropractic colleges. Robert's groundbreaking studies upon the effect of gemstones, woods, and crystallized elements of the periodic scale upon human neurological functioning was the topic of his doctorate thesis. With it, he put some science under the often woo-woo field of healing with gemstones. Robert's current work is the creation of the world's easiest to play musical instruments. Dun, da, da, dun. Drum roll, please. do I get to see? Excellent. Oh, you can't, you know, you could,
Hey.
that's why I was trying to tell you to look on the screen.
Are you ready?
I am muting myself now to give you the stage, and I will spotlight you.
Okay. Since this presentation is about music, I'd like to start with the chorus of one of my songs. Oh, let us sing a story of love. Open our hearts, share what we're of. Feel the truth of what I see. Open our hearts, let love come in. There. When I was 6 years old, I wanted to learn to whistle. All my brothers could, and I heard Bing Crosby on television making the beautiful sounds, and I did all I could and could not make a sound. And I was completely frustrated by this, and I worked every day. I probably spent 20 minutes going, and about 3 weeks later, the first little sound began. And I worked at that, and 6 months later, I was better than all of my brothers and was quite proficient at it. And this is perhaps the most important learning experience a child can have. That learn that he or she can, through consistent practice, learn and master something that was initially impossible. This happened again when I was 14. I bought a Martin 12-string guitar, but my left hand was not strong enough to play the bar A chord. And I did hand chin-ups on the side of my desk, and I carried my books like I was holding a guitar, and 3 months later, I could play the bar A. So once again, music gave me the experience of learning to do something that was at the start impossible for me. Well, studying at UC Santa Cruz, I performed Schubert's Serenade with a piano player. I had to play triplets and sing doublets, and the piano player had to play 3 counts with one hand and 2 with the other. And no matter how hard we tried, neither of us could do it. Then we saw our music professor just outside and called him into the practice room. He held up his hand above his head and swung it back and forth and went ta-da-da-da-dum-dum. And instantly, the piano player and I could play triplets and have ever since. So magical experience. Music can bring so much. Now the science is very clear. If you start to learn playing musical instrument when you're still a child, after all, when you're born, only half of your brain cells are present, and it's growing fast those first 6 years. If you're playing music then, the structure of your brain changes. It happens anytime in your life, but extremely so as a child. And it builds up the parts of you that can learn to differentiate sounds and give them meaning, which is the same part of your brain you use for learning languages. So learning music early in life gives you a child an advantage both in school and throughout life. Now, a decade ago, I made a computer piano, a little simple one. Let's see if I can share my screen and show you. Oops, I need permission to share the screen, please, host. Let me know when I can.
I'm sorry, I was distracted. Okay, I'm gonna give you the permission to share your screen right now.
Yes, please. Okay, I'm gonna turn on this one first. So, are we there? You seeing it? So here was my first creation, a little keyboard piano. You play the keys like you see the piano keyboard at the bottom. So you're able to play multi-timbral chords, and you could choose and play harp instead. And it's just a fun instrument. And I shared this with my occult students at the time, about 400 of them, and I asked them, what would you use this for? And big surprise for me, they said they would use it to learn to play music. And at that moment, I felt my heart sink, and I realized there are millions of people around the world who would love to play music, but never learned how. And this became my quest, the ability to play music and bring it to anyone who wants to. Well, my next creation, see if I can bring this up. I created kind of a professional version of the same thing. Turn on the sharing. Here we are. So here's my professional piano. Here you can choose through a variety of different instruments. From piano, here's a power organ. And you can mix instruments together. Here, I'll mix in an upright bass. And you can change the volume. The organ's too loud, so turn that down. And you hear this counter. And you can, by hitting your caps lock, you can change to another instrument on another channel. You have instructions. You can choose the key by, when your song starts, you have to listen for the first chord. Then you go over here. You listen until you find the first chord. When you find it, you click on it, and it brings up the music staff, shows the proper key signatures, and shows the notes that are playing. Now it also has the things that you have songs. So you can click on a song and open it up, and it shows the lyrics and the music. You have some music theory and a brand new faculty. Let me go back to our original one. Start screen. There's a recorder. You see it on the right of your screen if you have that available, so that you can actually load up a recording that you've made and play it. And while it's playing, you can play along. So you can play the background music and then practice your lead instrument or sing along with it. A lot of fun. So that was my first creation. So I realized that my piano, like any piano, it's not an easy instrument. You have to push a lot of different keys at once. It's very complicated. And I wanted to make the easiest instrument of all. Now, the easiest instrument of all, I figured, is an auto harp. You may have seen Maybelle Carter holding it up and pushing buttons and strumming. So you push the chord button and you strum it. It's a very easy instrument. It still takes both hands, and you still only have a very limited number of chords. But I imitated that and created, which is kind of an electronic auto harp, I guess you could call it. See if I can bring an example of it. So here, I'll give you a little vision of how it works here. I have a video of it in action. Here we go. Start. When you first open up Chord Nanny, you have to choose what key you're going to play in. So you listen to the song and you find which of these buttons is the first chord by the sound. So we're going to choose C. When we choose it, it shows up as the key of C over here. And when we play our number 1 chord, it plays C and shows it on the piano down here and shows the notes in the music staff up here. After the user inserts their own family pictures, pressing the 1 key will show the child and play the 1 chord. Pressing the 5 key will show the father and play the 5 chord. Now, a lot of songs just have these 2 chords as their form. For example, down in the valley so low, hang your head over, hear the wind blow. So with just 2 chords, the child can play quite a few songs, and the pictures of his family will make it easy to learn. Right, let's drop out of that. Okay, turn off the screen share. I'm unable to turn off the screen sharing. Well, I'll just keep on from here if that's going to be the case. Here's an example of how the Chord Nanny looks when you're actually playing it. So you're just using the keypad, the numeric keypad. Willie Nelson's crazy for thinking my love could hold you.
Yeah. Robert, that was beautiful. Are you about complete with your presentation? Is there anything else that you wanted to share with us?
Well, there's lots more that I can
Well,
share, but that's the main stuff that I wanted to bring to you today.
That was your primary 10 minutes.
Yeah.
This is called Playtime for a reason, ladies and gentlemen. We're playing with time.
Has my 10 minutes gone through?
Yes. Thank you so much.
Give me about 30 seconds to show you another creation.
Okay.
Here I've created a gematria calculator, and you click on the letters and they play their notes so you can chant along with it. It shows you the number of the gematria at the same time. Oh, let's see, I have to show you that it works. So here's the gematria calculator. You type the letters, when you click on them, it plays their notes and shows you the total adding up. So that's another one of my musical creations for the Kabbalah student. There you go. I guess I didn't get that even shared. So anyway, there we are. Okay, so I'll turn the roll back to you. I didn't get that picture up there, but it's enough. My time is up. We'll have more another time, I'm sure. Back to you, Alayha. Alayha, you have to unmute yourself.
Thank you, Robert. Okay, I was like, why am I not coming on the screen? Now it all makes sense. Okay. You can't hear me? Scottie, can everybody else hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
You're messing with me.
Sorry.
It's good. That's what we do here in the psychedelic circus. It's all jovial silliness and fun. I'm gonna tell you guys what's coming up next. We're gonna skip around a little bit. Mommy Dearest has agreed to move herself to the end so we can move towards keeping ourselves on time. I hope you'll all stick around or come back for her talk on the Jewish New Year, the year 5781. And I'm going, and Lars, there was a miscommunication. He's not going to be here today. And so we're going to move right along to our dear friend Cinnamon Twist. And he's going to be bringing us some avant pulp scribbles, piece called Never, Always, Sometimes, Maybe, a vignette called Never, Always, Sometimes, Maybe.
Hey, sound check. Can you hear me?
Yes.
You getting a signal? Okay, good. Because I put on headphones because there was some background noise I wasn't anticipating. So
you sound very clear to me.
Good. Okay.
Thumbs up, everyone, if you.
I don't have to enunciate as much either.
Also can hear. Paul's too zoomed in to be. Oh, he's got his tricky picture. It looks like he's paying close attention, but it's actually a picture of him.
Sneaky.
Sneaky fella. We see Dad moving around the cabin. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's Robert. Okay, getting us back. I'm focusing. I want to tell you that this series, this vignette collection, Tempo Topo Tango, was created as an open source mythos for Burning Man, an intentional jumble of psychedelia, airships, the hollow earth, dragons, and Sufis. And I'm going to show you an image, I think. Let me see here. Derpity derp derp. And then I'm going to play a video that goes along with it. And I hope you all enjoy story time with Uncle Twist. Oh, wait, here, I gotta do the thing. Let's do this. Are we all calm? Are we all having a good time? Psychodelicate is coming through. Derp, 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 derp. Welcome to my brain, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Do you guys see all the emails? Yes. Thank you for your nods of.
I think everybody's used to a certain amount of technical glitches and finagling with these Zoom calls. You know.
Yeah, right. Typical. Oh, look at all this. Oh, another official.
Don't show us your email.
Too late.
Oh well.
I know. Look at, I have so many unread messages. It would blow your mind.
Oh my God, Robbie Strong is on the.
Yeah,
on the
Robbie,
party.
do you want to be playing some? Unmute yourself and play a little 30 seconds of jingle for us. And of course, all musicians are welcomed to.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can you hear?
Yeah.
Okay.
You might want to enlarge it a little bit if you can.
I was trying to.
Okay. I wouldn't belabor it too much, but
I'm done. This is it. This is what you guys get as far as.
hey, look, it's got a compass in it.
Oh my goodness! How asynchronous. It's like we're all talking about the same thing. All right, Rob. Thank you for the musical interlude. And now I turn it over to Hair Twistor.
Okay. Yeah. Time for some storytelling, eh?
Yeah.
What?
Oi.
All right.
Oi.
All right. This is a vignette, as Alayha noted, from the Tempo Topo Tango series, which is sort of starts and ends at Burning Man, is kind of about Burning Man, but mostly doesn't have anything to do with Burning Man, but this one does a little bit. So that said, I'll give it a go. Never, always, sometimes, maybe. See the shadow. It stretched across the white sand, cracked and crisscrossed with footprints and bite treads. In the noon glare, even the ground was bright. Glitter and strips of fabric tumbled on a kiss of breeze. Antea's shadow stretched out and blended with that of the tesseract. Now look at the installation, the tesseract. Roughly, it consisted of 4 stacked cubes of PVC piping to about 25 feet high on 4 sides. 3/4 of the way up, another set of cubes extended horizontally. Think about that shadow in relationship to the tesseract. Hold it in your mind's eye. Okay, now imagine the installation itself a shadow. But what is it a shadow of? Can you see it? No. Well, if you could, that would be a real tesseract. What we're looking at is just a way of illustrating a 4-dimensional object within our habitual 3-dimensional experience. Cool, but aren't there glasses for that? Antea frowned. The boy's cuteness factor dropped to near 0. She'd be wasting herself to respond. For sure. Well, have a great burn. The hot boy biked off, waved goodbye. Hydrate. Antea sipped from her flask. She wouldn't have minded going a little further. It was good practice, but as soon as he started mentioning manifolds and toruses, most people's eyes glazed over. At least you could cite Dali for the tesseract. Most people had seen his big paintings, even if not knowing what they were looking at. And in fact, there was still a Dali in this timeline, and the word Tesseract, and a Black Rock City. Considering she was lost in time, Black Rock City worked as a pretty decent approximation of home. She was at least 3 timelines away. It got increasingly difficult to tell, actually, after the first slippage. The latter 2, she felt but couldn't prove. In a world where she had no identity, no resources, no real friends, returning to BRC covered most of her needs. Nobody asked for her ID, they fed her, they clothed her, kept her entertained. More critically, she kept finding people who seemed to share her predicament, to know something, but they kept slipping away. Fragments here and there of tripped out conversations, passing comments, books left open to a deeply meaningful page, all colluded towards some kind of insight, some model for what might be happening, but always just out of reach. She'd spent over 3 months now, Antea, by her personal time, on the playa. Most of that duration working old Riemannian tensors, Kaluza Klein riffs awkwardly fitted to Penrose Twistor dynamics, neatly jotted down on beat-up notebooks picked up at Lost and Found. Antea was fairly sure M-brain and string theory were mostly a diversion and not terribly useful in general, nor for explaining or even better rectifying her plight. Her situation added an urgency to her old MIT classes in relativity, quantum dynamics, and multiverse modeling. She herself was a living anomaly, the disproof for all accepted models of time. Time, she knew, was something other than the 4th dimension, which is a misplaced metaphor if ever there was one. In Antea's opinion, time must have at least 3 dimensions of its own. As for how many dimensions of space, 4 minimum, setting an outer bound was pretty much beyond her. Ambling over to the nearest dome, seeking shade, Antea retraced the steps in her logic, playing cat's cradle, her favorite meditation. Out here on the outer avenues, most of the city's raucousness was muted, mushed together into a background thrum. A plane overhead, guitar licks drifting over with Nag Champa from a neighboring camp, thump, thump, thump of distant sound systems, somebody gurgling, some distant absurdist announcements. Her campmates were doing their normal noon ritual, all lying flat on their backs in the village courtyard, their bodies forming a giant circle, arms outstretched, legs outstretched, hands connecting. It made her smile. But she wasn't in the mood just now. Soon they'd start oming. She flopped down on the couch in the shade, put on headphones. Antea's equations were always neat, precise, even on unrolled paper. She herself was evidence that something like multiple worlds hypothesis must be roughly true. But there were many possible versions of such models. Which one could actually be helpful and get her home? Or was that an impossible dream? Maybe, just maybe, she'd never find her way home. Never, always, sometimes, maybe. The way home is the way away. Antea looked up. Excuse me? She popped out one of her earbuds. The way home is the way away. Antea blinked. The harlequin before her bowed and kneeled into a half cross-legged pose, staring. His bells jingled. He pulled his checkered duffel bag off his shoulder, set it on the dust-encrusted rug. The way home is the way away. Don't ask me what it means. It just popped into my head. I felt the need to share it. His accent was odd, unplaceable for Antea, too formal somehow. Okay, the way home is the way away. Antea swished the words around. It wasn't exactly what she wanted to hear, but it had a ring to it. By that standard, she said, I must be on my way home. Is that really where you want to get? Asked the harlequin. He caught her off guard. She stuttered. And who might you be? Can't you tell? I'm the harlequin, said the harlequin. Well, hi, Mr. Harlequin, how do you do? And you? You can just call me by my first name, Antea. It's not much of a playa name, but it's mine. Antea, primordial, she who comes before. I salute you. Antea was pretty well used to weird, unscripted interactions on the playa. This was different somehow. She couldn't think of last time she'd been saluted. What was worse, he proceeded to bow. At your service, my lady. Antea couldn't help but snort with laughter. What? The Harlequin reached for her hand, gently turned it over, and placed a small origami object in her palm. A rare flower for a rare lady, a manifold for your contemplation. And Antea saw where her equations went wrong as the manifold turned inside out on her palm. Wow, cool. And she noticed the Harlequin's shoes, yellow rubber clogs. Voila. So that's one of a few dozen weird stories I channeled in around 2012, 2013. Supposedly, our hostess is meant to fill some time here and ask me a couple questions, but I think we're running a little behind. So, Alayha Aquarian, where are you?
Can you see me? Can you hear me?
No.
From your muddled.
Okay, now I hear you. Now I see you.
Okay.
You have rendered yourself visible once again.
I'm back. Oh my goodness. Getting everything not all together at all, but it's going along. Oh, Mom, would you shut off whatever sound that is, please? Yeah, I think meow.
Herding cats.
Yes.
Meow.
Meow. All right, it's time for cat noises. Meow. I'm trying to unmute Dr. Oh, there we go. You're unmuted. Okay, yeah, so, oh, very nice kitty face, Karen. Oh, look at Scottie's in the forest. Are you on your land, Scottie?
I have a real cat I can summon if you guys need a cat appearance.
Yeah, bring the cat.
It's sleeping. I'm going to grab it and
Yeah,
slide it.
Disturb its sleep.
I'm going to disturb the sleeping kitty.
Don't. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. I don't know what I'm saying right now. Everybody
I need to find Miss Gruffles.
Scruffles. Oh, look at that. It's a cute kitty. All right, this is what I need to do. I remembered again. Boom. No more spotlight.
Hey, I see you.
Haha. I just want to express gratitude and acknowledgement to my scholarly amigo, Reverend Cinnamon Twist, for that beautiful story time. I don't know if anybody noticed, but there's some very deep intermingling of mimetic themes. That sounds very redundant, but you know what I'm saying. It's all about the interdimensional travel, multiverse exploration game here. Oh, he's got a geometry shape. Wow. We like geometry here at Psychodelicate's Magical Playtime.
It's my only crystal, actually. I'm really not into crystals, but this is a crystal that I have, a fluorite crystal.
That's very cool.
My only crystal.
Careful, it'll calcify your pineal
Universe.
gland.
What?
Careful, it'll calcify your pineal gland.
Calcify my pineal? Yeah, I probably
Yeah,
will.
one fellow told me the fluoride of the toothpaste would calcify my pineal gland. It's been hard ever since.
Ouch.
So it is time for our beloved brother, Silence the Aquarian. I wanted to introduce him a little
bit, baby.
But I forget what I was gonna say. So I'll just let you know that he is an Aquarian gospel reverend coming from the days of the Pentecostal. Maybe you can just share.
Wait, He's a gonzo theologian.
Oh, very good. Yes, my new co-host.
Hey, how'd you know that? Whew, well, I guess so.
Mofo.
I've been trying to preach the gospel. I grew up in
Gonzo
Paducah, Kentucky.
theology.
Yep, I grew up in Paducah, Kentucky, on the very edge of basically what would be called BLM land. We heated our house with a wood stove, had our own well water, and every morning I wake up here in Los Angeles County wondering how the hell I got here. But my dad was a Pentecostal preacher. And you ever seen on TV, it's the guys who speak in tongues and have spasms and fits of the Holy Spirit. And some of them are real shucksters and shysters, like those faith evangelists that try to talk people into sin of their money. Their seed faith pledge, they say. But interesting enough, the Pentecostal movement started a whole lot different than it looks right now with TV faith evangelists. It started not too far from here in Los Angeles County. Not many people realize that. Over by Little Tokyo, you can go get yourself a nice big steamy bowl of noodles and then go over and see the plaque in front of the Japanese Cultural Center that says, on this spot in 1900-something, Brother William Parham started the Pentecostal movement. And basically, it was in a street called Azusa Street, and it was right around the turn of the century. The whole world was all of a sudden turning on to Spiritism and into occult experiences, and this was the version that was happening in America with a former slave who used to clean up as a janitor outside the seminary doors, and he heard him talking about the priesthood of the believers and that God is in all men equally, and there's no king or priest or authority to stand between you and God. So he let the Spirit lead, and he found a park bench over there on Azusa Street, and he just started letting the Holy Spirit flow through him. Brother William Parham, son of slaves. Pretty soon Azusa Street, California was the Burning Man of its day. Nearly 500,000 people rolled through there, people camping in alleys, people having strange healing experiences, speaking in other tongues that they had never learned. Unfortunately, the fan himself saw that and said, should we let a colored boy be claiming to speak for God? Maybe we should go and take over and show him how it's done. And so you had a bunch of racist white seminarians come over and take over the original Pentecostal movement. And they co-opted it just like the Constantinian Romans co-opted the original message of Christ. He was not out to get your money, brothers and sisters. He was out to get the money of the rich and redistribute it to the poor. This is the very same Christ that came marching into Jerusalem, riding on the foal of a donkey. And he went right up into that temple, and he saw where the faith healers were. He saw where the televangelists were that were saying, brothers and sisters, plant a seed faith pledge in my ministry of 1995, and the Lord will bless you 100-fold. It don't matter if you don't have it. Send your welfare check. Jesus saw them using the name of God to exploit his fellow man. He had just come from giving a speech in the temple announcing his coming, and he had said in another temple, just on the outskirts of Jerusalem, is to the poor, deliverance for the captive, sight to the blind. And we saw those men exploiting the poor, the blind, with their false expectations of miracles. He started kicking over the tables. He fashioned a whip, and he drove those money changers out of the temple. Even the most base of those shuckster TV preachers, though, they know we're in the last days, and they've been talking about that for years. Something a lot of the liberal folks used to laugh at. till they hear it from the scientists that we have 3 generations left before human extinction. At least more than a 50% chance of that. How many of my brothers and sisters already watched everything that Netflix has to offer? Maybe even Amazon Prime. How many of you are feeling tired, my brothers and sisters? Hold fast. Hold fast. Because just like the Holy Spirit spoke to Brother Barham in the Azusa Street revival, the Aquarian age was coming. Even the most base hick evangelists will quote from the book of Joel in the Old Testament, that raven prophet who said, in the last days, I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh. The old men shall have dreams, the young men shall see visions. And in the last days, I will pull out my spirit upon my handmaids. Your sons and daughters will prophesy. Barham knew that this was the coming of the age, at the end of the world. Our Aquarian brothers and sisters in the 60s revival, when the Holy Spirit broke out of that confining box of Christian Pentecostalism and started showing herself around the world in revivals of new thought, revivals of enlightenment. And yes, the Holy Spirit is a she. Look at the Greek and Hebrew pronouns, God dang it. Pythagoras knew that 3,000 years ago. Praise her holy name. She is nature, and she is the goddess of nature, who is above all nature. I'd like to speak to the elders now. You remember those high and heady days of the 60s when you would gather in that park and make love to one another as a sacred ritual. You thought it was going to get better and better and better and better and better. But then cocaine and Hell's Angels fucked it all up. And fundamentalists who swooped in to take the acid heads off the street back into the flabby arms of the mother church, the fundamentalist one, the abusive fundamentalist mother church, who says, I love you unconditionally. Unless you don't do something I tell you to, then I'll fry you forever in the pit of hells. That's not the Holy Spirit that introduced herself to William Barham. That's not the Holy Spirit that broke into the world in the 60s. That's not the Holy Spirit that broke even further into the world on 11/11/11 when the gates opened. We thought it was all going to be love and light. But what some of the spirits were showing me back then was there's a lot of stuff that's got to fall before we can get to that love and light phase. Don't get me wrong. You are correct, brothers and sisters. We are moving into an era of love and light. But we got work to do first. Work of liberation. I think of Brother Barham, son of a slave. The Spirit spoke to me last year. And he said, Son of man, send this message of judgment to the rich, to those who exploit the poor and the foreigner in your midst. And all around Beverly Hills, I wheat pasted the tower card of the tarot, brothers and sisters. And sure enough, a year later, angry mobs are marching through the streets, grabbing the jewelry of Mammon out of the windows of Mammon and saying, you have relied on the gods of Mammon for far too long, but you cannot serve both God and Mammon. It is easier for a camel to get through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven. And then I pulled this card, brothers and sisters. You know what this card is? This card is right now. As we move into Libra, let us behold the justice card. Let us behold the lady that sits on the throne. And I'm going to march over to my altar now. This is where I do a lot of my sacred work. Over here on the left, the planetaries, we have the macrocosm. Over here on the right, we have the microcosm. And we are right here. We are in Libra. Let us adore the Lord, the goddess of the universe, who holds the scales. When we were crying out to the Lord that we were tired, we were beat down by the fire, by the pestilence that laid waste our land. The Queen of Heaven held up those scales and said, enough. And now behold, the very Prince of Mammon himself has been struck down with the pestilence. And there will be justice for the poor.
Yes.
We have a lot of work to do, brothers and sisters, before we get there. And before we go, I want us to chant the holy name of God associated with this particular realm of the microcosm. But
I'll invite
some of you know the whole, what's that, sister?
I'd like to invite everyone to come off mute for our group chanting. I know we can't
Yes, yes.
see each other that well when we chant together on Zoom yet, but we're going to practice anyway.
And this is a good chant for everybody to join their hearts with me. If we can all chant this every night and every morning this month, this time when justice is being brought to land, this is the time Babylon is falling. And then we can experience the love and light that lays beyond the veil in the time of Aquarius. Each of these aeons of the year has an iteration of the God name associated with earth, air, fire, and water as the immaterial God manifests into the material realm through the elementals. Yod, He, Vav, He. There's a slightly different arrangement, an iteration for each of the months. For this month, we're going to, the iteration of the God name is Vav, He, Yod, He. And I'm going to get my banjo here and just play a little simple ditty. And we're just going to chant this together just for a minute here. Vav, He, Yod, He.
Vav, He, Yod, He.
Vav, He, Yod,
Aho, Brother Silence.
It's been a pleasure worshiping with you, my brothers and sisters. I'm gonna have to go and my son's half birthday party. People get really bored, cooped up that are used to running around on playgrounds. So now we celebrate 2 birthdays a year. The birthday and the half birthday. In fact, here's the birthday boy right now.
Birthday boy.
Everybody say hi to Boatster Rooms. I've got to go get some stuff set up. Yeah?
Party bags off.
All right, 2 party bags. Woohoo! I'm coming to you live from the van cave. It's like 150 million degrees in here. I'm gonna watch this whole recording later so I can see everybody else's contribution to the Aquarian digital happening that's happening here.
Thank you, brother.
All right, I love you.
I don't know about all of you, but I feel a spirit. I'm blessed with so much abundance of gratitude for this moment with you. And look at who's here. We've got Danica and the sweet, sweet Bria. I'm going to spotlight this video because babies get the spotlight. Hello. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm going to focus again now. Because, oh, everybody's, oh God, it's so cute. Oh, thank you for bringing Bria, Danica, and thank you for being here. I love you so much, my sister. So now it is my immense honor to introduce to you Bronwyn T. Watson. No, L.
Oh, hello, that's my intro. My name, yes, Alayha. Thank you so much. I just want to say thank you to this community. This is the first comedy show that I've done where right before me is a meditation essentially, and it's the best. And I just lit some sage, which I've been meaning. Can you all hear me okay? Yeah, okay, good, good, thank you. I've been wanting to take sage to the comedy studio to like light it because I'm like, we gotta cleanse this space, but I haven't done it yet. So now I got to do it. So I feel like the next open mic I go to, I will bring some cleansing sage and just give us a little bit extra cleansing powers. So yes, hello everybody. My name is Bronwyn, pronounced Bronwyn. And my last name is Watson. For you abbreviators, BWA. And for all the Snoop Dogg fans out there, Ron Wizzle. I, for the first few years of my life, was told that my name meant white blossom. And really, okay, so and then in first grade, we were given the assignment, look up what your name means and share it with the class. So my name means white bosom. Or white-breasted. Not wrong either. So anyway, anyone else here happen to have parents who lied to them growing up? Yeah, so, yeah, it's a theme. I want it to just stop. It can stop. I grew up in Washington State, and I was sent to summer camp every year from 7 years old to 17 years old. Summer camp every year, and the same people would keep coming back over and over, and we turned into camp counselors and became friends. And we sang these songs all the time, right? Morning to night. That's what we do. We sing all these Christian summer camp songs. And there's this one that went, I am a C, I am a CH, I am a CHRISTIAN, and I have JESUS in my HEART. And I don't remember the rest of the words to the song, but my friends and I rewrote the lyrics and it goes, I am a P, I am a PY. I am a PYROMANIAC, and I have MATCHES and FLAMMABLES. Everything I see will be, you are in burn. I am a P. So I'm a pyromaniac. I have matches and flammables, and everything I see will burn. These are the people taking care of the children during the summer. So moving on. So that's kind of how I got my musical career started and going, and comedy career too. I'm working on a song right now. Actually, I'll sing a little bit of it for you, what I have. Agave Maria. So that's all I have right now. But if you have any sweet lyrics, let's connect and we can finish this song together. Oh, just a little bit more about me. I think that the 22nd should be called the 22th. Just say it out loud a couple times. You'll agree with me. All right. I know that everybody, I know everybody's heard of resting face, right? So I don't have that. I actually have resting the KKK is still legal face. Yes, that's right. 100%. The KKK is still legal in this country. And I don't understand it. There's a whole float, a parade float for the KKK in Georgia every year. So this type of thing has been I mean, I'm not in a room of people who doesn't know what I'm talking about. We all have that sort of tenseness around the situation. Like, for example, I'm sure many of you might know the Tulsa massacres that happened in 1921 to Black Wall Street. It basically was Black Wall Street, the equivalent of it, in the Greenwood district in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And the city officials gave deputies that had been promoted by the KKK, gave them weapons and bombs, and they used airplanes to destroy city blocks and businesses of Black-owned families and businesses. Just everything was, just look up Tulsa Massacre, please. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just Google that, please. And you'll understand why resting bitch face is just a shade underneath what we really all have. All right, I'm working on that one. Thank you for letting me work through that. I was reading this article about how there's a pandemic happening. Loneliness. So loneliness is something that I definitely have. Definitely. You might, maybe you have it. It's a big thing. So I was reading through this thing about how it's such a big deal that England appointed a minister of loneliness. They appointed a minister of loneliness. And he started a whole campaign to end loneliness, all of it. So by doing this, they decided to hire an AI company to have robots text you and type with you so that you don't feel so lonely. That's their idea to end loneliness. Here's my idea. It's not expensive at all. Treat women better. I mean, men too, that feminine side, we just got to treat her better. We got to treat her better, treat the Mother Earth better. Yes, thank you. I feel like that's actually the cure for loneliness, is just, we gotta tap into that goddess energy, that like the creation of all life comes from feminine. Just that, just cherish that, and that might end the loneliness. All right, I've adored speaking with you. I'm gonna give my time back to what Alayha has created. Thank you so much. You can follow me on Instagram. I'm Bron Whistler or Detective Twatson. Thank you. Have a great rest of this.
Good job. Lots of fun.
Thank you.
We liked it. There was a lot of laughing happening over here. One of the weird things about doing comedy on Zoom is that if you hear us laughing, it's disruptive, and if you don't hear us laughing, you think you're not as funny as you actually are. And Twist
I will say
wants us to, we're going to make a video clip of that. Thank you. I've got a on-the-ground editor, Gonzo editor, putting our clips together. No, seriously, I want all the help I can get with this, folks, ladies and gentlemen. This is a collaborative experiment, and I need, especially people like Borfo. He's really, I don't know if anybody has seen some of the magical performance art Zoom that he's doing, but I really love it. I just got to give my shout out to my rep, Borfo. I love Borfo so much. And I also, so I greeted my lovely friend Danica and baby Bria, and I want you guys, I love that, like, be like totally stay comfortable and enjoy yourselves, and oh my God, so much sweetness. I'm so excited to have Bria in the world. We are gonna have fun together. Okay, so, and I want to introduce iPhone. I'm really excited to have a clown on the show because we're kind of missing the clownage because I couldn't bring Psychodelicate fully here and present, although she's coming through for sure. I feel her. I feel the power. So iPhone, can you tell us your name? No, you don't have any sound, iPhone. Okay, so, but it looks like you can hear us because you started talking to me when I asked you to tell us your name. Oh, I love it. I'm so thrilled with the clownage. I don't know who you are, but I love you. So, because I love all clowns. You know, some people have a thing where they're scared of clowns. I love clowns. So, and I want everybody to know, you know, clowns are scary for a reason. We are rebels. We don't follow the rules. And we are going to bring the evolution. So everybody better watch out. Because we're coming home. We're coming in. And we're coming through. Yeah, okay, good. Yes, the clown power is here now. Yay, thank you. I appreciate your waves, iPhone. We're just calling you iPhone because that's all I know. But you can always write into the chat. Okay, good. Wait, Bronwyn, I see you wrote oh, Alexis Cron, Alexis Raccoon. That's who's here. Okay. I'm so excited for you people. I can't wait to meet you or know you more deeply and interconnectedly. Okay, so Pirate Scottie is on deck.
Yes,
because he's going to bring us some music. I'm so grateful. I just want to like praise Yeshua, Vav Hey, Yod Hey, Vav Hey,
I Rastafari from creation.
Jai Rastafari. Scottie is bringing us our nature contingent today. I'm so grateful for your healing green. I can just like feel the power of the earth and the ions seeping through the screen. Oh, and thank you. I'm going to switch the spotlight because I'm focused on who's, Bronwyn. So I wanted to ask you, Bronwyn, to please write in the chat to everyone your information. I've been trying to do it, but I need some support. So I'm not going to ask for what I need. I love you all so much. And now I want to introduce you to the all-star MVP of the practice test Zooms, Pirate Scottie May. Jai.
Vast, ye salty dogs from across the seas. We did the test practice last night. I've been sleeping on and off since, taking 5-minute naps, 2-hour naps. We got this weird news in the middle of our Zoom meeting last night, and I got inspired to draw a cartoon about the coronavirus. Let's see, I think I have it around here somewhere. Anyways, long story short, I just bought this piece of land, stole it for $100. By stole it, I meant I literally bought it for $100, plus $50 taxes, or fees rather, at the Marion County City Building in downtown Naptown, Indianapolis. Whew. And they originally paid $800 for this abandoned fucking lot by the railroad tracks. And my roommate needed the money, so he switched it over to my name for $100. It's bigger than my brain can realize right now. So smoke them if you got them. And man, I don't know who to thank first. I guess Psychodelicate, you know, for putting everything together. And her amazing family of preachers, that Kentuckian banjo player, just literally made me weep like a baby. Okay, like it's a good hangover if you like watch a chick flick and cry. You know what I mean? And I wept when that Kentuckian preacher took the microphone, followed by the comedian. Not to mention all the other fabulous musicians. There's Cinnamon Twist with storytelling while I was in and out of consciousness. So I think I'm like a minute into my 8. Let's sing a song, shall we? Sing a song. I got the opportunity, the divine opportunity to work with Mother Catherine back in the 1990s. I got to play drums on a CD that she produced with a bunch of nuns and monks. And her first cassette tape, her first album was on cassette tape. I still own it. It's just a cappella, old spirituals. So I want to start with something like that, like Wade in the Water. Everybody do callbacks? Is everybody unmuted? Y'all want to sing along? Let's do a callback sing along. Okay, so unmute yourself at will. And we'll do Wade in the water. Wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. Followed by, I've been rebuked and I've been scorned. I've been rebuked and I've been scorned. I've been scorned, oh children. And I've been scorned. I've been talked about, shows you spoil. I'm gonna let my legion down. Ain't gonna let my legion down. No, children, I ain't gonna let my legion down. I've been rebuked, I've been scorned. My Lord, what a morning. 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 When the stars begin to fall. You'll hear the trumpet sound to wake the nation underground. To wake the nations underground. Here we go, sing along. Right hand. Look into my God's right hand. When the stars begin to fall. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. Everybody knows this one. That saved a wretch like me. I was lost, but now I'm found. So but now I see. Second verse was express the thought of grace and love to be. Next line.
Is Scottie still?
Has he stopped? It looks like Scottie dropped off for a second. This is one of the things that happens with interdimensional travelers. We pop in and out of existence, sometimes unexpectedly. But that's why Zoom and this digital virtual realm is perfect for us to come through to you, because it's expected. You're getting used to what it's like to pop in and out of existence. Now, I couldn't hear most of that, and I know that Twist really enjoyed my sonic zonkoid experiments, and Amy didn't like it.
Oh, stop it.
She said I was interrupting Scottie's music, which I could hear a little bit of. I was trying to get my speaker. No, that was not intentional, Twist. I was fracking around trying to get my ability to hear Scottie and to make noise with Scottie, and I have not figured out the system for it yet. That's why today's a dress rehearsal, ladies and gentlemen. We're learning how to do this together.
Isn't that wonderful?
Are you guys having fun yet? I think so. I heard a lot of, I love Scottie, your acknowledgement of Bronwyn. I didn't hear all of it, but I just heard you like mention comedy. And I was like, he's talking about Bronwyn. And I don't know, I wish you could have heard my mom cracking up over here, because I think next time when we do comedy, I'm going to keep our mute off so that you guys can hear my mom laugh. She'll be the...
Ask them if they saw me going.
Did you guys see her convulsing with laughter? Okay, good. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
As long as you felt the spirit coming through. We also, I'm going to get my system, because I've got a gong that I want to use as a chime. Also, Scottie, I want to invite you to like jump on the drums, as you know, like however often you're able to be here. Everybody, all the musicians are invited to play along as the house band as we get ourselves together here with a plan.
This is an undressed rehearsal too.
Yes, looks like it.
What, somebody said something?
Robert said it looks an undress. He's got you and Z
Rehearsal.
like the nature look. It's great.
Topless fellas. I'm gonna start advertising this as topless dancers. Yeah, Borfo. Oh God, I love you, Borfo.
Well, in that
Oh, and
case-
Robbie. Mom's gonna take it off. You
No,
do
I'm not.
need to pull your blouse down a little bit, Mommy. Down. Pull it down. There you go. That's better. And
Oh, Dad, you can take it.
Dad, take your shirt off if you want. I know you always had to ask permission around the house, and now you're getting it. Oh gosh. I hope we all go visit my dad in Venice sometime, because he's got a really sweet pad, and so whenever we're allowed to be together and breathe in each other's mouths, I will do that with you all if you want.
I don't care if I'm allowed or not.
I can't hear anything
He
because
said he doesn't know if he's allowed or not. You should
to
take
breathe
that
in
off.
mouths.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm taking Amy's headphones off. I had Mom on the headphones because then she can give me a better sense of how the sound quality is. She became my sound engineer for a minute. Okay, I love you all so much. I'm gonna get back on the bandwagon of focusing. I think that it's 1:37. So we've gotten through our psychodelicate interdimensional travel demonstration and practicum. We talked about that. Sacred geometry, that conversation was going to be a point, a line, and a circle. Those are sacred geometric shapes. Everybody learn your sacred geometry so that we can travel together through the extra dimensions. This is Multiverse Travel 101. Thank you all for joining us. Scottie, you dropped off at the end of your song. Do you want to complete anything? Do you want to say one last thing about your land, what you're creating there, or anything? Or are you good? You're muted. Hang on a second. I'm gonna try to unmute you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right. Last thought. I guess any questions?
Well, I'd love to just say.
Open the floor up for questions from.
I just want to let everybody know you bought a piece. If I may be so bold, you bought a piece of land.
Yeah.
For how much?
Yes.
$100.
$100.
What?
It's unheard of.
Lucky
$100.
man. This man
Yeah.
has got some good karma coming to him because he got that.
First piece of real estate I've owned in 43 years on the planet. I came in here and to reference your comedian friend, I came in here on June 22nd, 1977. I was born on June 22nd, 1977. And this is the first piece of real estate I've ever owned in my life. I stole it for $100. The guy needed the fucking cash. So yeah, I'm blessed. If anybody wants to party, I'm in the city of Indianapolis on the east side. And, I usually have about 3 fires going at once. Like today, I've got 3 going. And I got a big ass tent in the backyard. Bring your tent, camp out. Feel free to drop on through.
Pyromaniac connection too there. What? We're all a bunch of pyromaniacs here. I tell you.
Hello.
Hello. Burners all around. Okay.
I found this burn barrel here. Okay, I'm done. This is a picture of my burn barrel.
Yeah.
This is one of the 3 fires. This is what I call center camp. Yeah. Yep. All right, on to bigger and better things.
No, well, here's
over and out.
Thank you very much, Scottie. Yeah, I'm
still here, but let's bring out the next act.
Right. Well, I want to let's see what we're doing here because basically we're kind of just going to jump through the end of our time together. We have 20 minutes left. And so we're going to do one quick closing circle check-in where I want to invite everyone who is here with us now. Oh, I almost forgot Mommy Dearest.
I only nursed for 4 years, but
she's only the one making all of this possible by keeping me alive. No.
Do we have time?
Yes, absolutely. It's your turn right now, Mommy.
That was our comedy routine. I hope you all got the joke.
It's all a big comedy sketch over here.
Well,
wait,
go
let's
ahead.
let's do our slapstick. Let me just slap you because you are useless.
Oh yeah?
Oh!
This is what we do all day long. Nothing else gets done
This is
except
what
joking around.
Fun employment looks like, everybody.
Oh, we shouldn't do that in front of Bria.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
She didn't see that, did she? We don't want to set a bad example. Okay, good. Oh God, I love you all so much.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. So now I would like to introduce you to a Dr. Amy Aquarian, a doctor of chiropractic, a psychic healer of the highest order. She gave birth to me. So
Conscious conception. And I think over here in the right-hand corner is the sperm donor, Zarathustra Aquarian. And just every child likes to hear how her parents had sexual intercourse to conceive them. I'm sure most of you have asked your parents that.
Of course, we're getting an unstable connection now. This makes perfect sense because nobody wants to. No, I'm just kidding.
Nobody wants to hear that story.
Someday we will have the story of the psychedelic conscious conception. They were both on psychedelic mushrooms when they conceived me, which you can see how that turned out. So now she's going to speak to us about some gematria or gematria, as we in the builders of the addendum like to call it. And take it away, Mom.
Well, I wanted to, don't mind you.
Oh, please, I have to.
Want to
I need
acknowledge
so
you.
many things. I have to do right now, but go ahead.
Okay. Well, first of all,
Let me go. Okay. I'm coming back. Here I come. I'm so busy right now. I'm a producer, you guys know.
Yeah, well, I want to acknowledge Alayha. She has put so much work into this, staying up till 4 and 5 in the morning, and is so committed to bringing joy and peace to the community and to the world. She traveled last year extensively working on a documentary for intentional communities. And so when we hear the opportunity that Scottie just said, and I know Robert has some property also, and how easy it is really to garner our forces together and buy something where we can grow food and live in harmony and have fun with each other and not be slave to insanity, so to speak. So I want to acknowledge Alayha for all the energy that she put into it and all the love and how much she's a bright star in this planet. And just so proud to have her as my daughter and my other 2 children who are wonderful human beings, and they'll be on some of the other.
The son-in-law, Richard Schwartz, Cantor Richard Schwartz, is going to be on Friday evening with a little bit of an informational talk about the Los Angeles crematorium and some cheerful songs.
My son-in-law is a cantor for over 30 years in the Jewish
5 minutes, Mom.
religion. And he, because of the corona, he lost his job and he had to move from Minnesota, where they were living for a couple of years, and is back now in California. So he's taking a chaplain's course to work with people that are passing. And just so you know, Z, Alayha, and I have all done a training and certification program with Daniel Brinkley, who wrote Into the Light and started the Twilight Brigade at the VA hospital. And so we've done the work with him for about 6 or 7 years. And he was one of the first people talking about his near-death experience, and they made a movie about his life. So with that being said, I just wanted to check in with everybody. how many of you, if you just raise your hand, are on your cell phone right now doing this? Okay, 1, 2, okay. Because there was a song that I'm learning, and
Oh God, no!
okay,
I
no,
did
I'm
not
not
agree
gonna
to
sing
that.
it. I know, I'm not going to
I
sing
don't like this
it.
song, so I'm not allowing it.
And I won't sing.
No!
I promise I won't sing.
You're not going to get your time. You're out
Okay,
of time for
so what
talking
I
about
want to talk about
5781.
is the year in the Jewish calendar. As many of you know, the Sumerian calendar, we still use the word sum, S-U-M, the sum of numbers. And when we think of the word numbers, the first part of it is num. So many of us go numb when we hear numbers. But what I want to talk about is the Jewish calendar and the year 5781, which just happened with Rosh Hashanah this year. And so the last calendar Jewish year was 5780. Now, we study some of the Kabbalistic teachings and use the tarot. So I don't know if you can see this, but this was the 0 card of last year, which is the ox, which represents work, the fool. So now this is what we have this year. And what this is and in the Jewish tradition, they read from right to left, but I'm going to say the numbers the way the year is, which is 5781. So the one key is the magician. And so when we think about the magician, it's the house. And we are living in our own house in our body. We're living in maybe a house or a tent or whatever you want to call it. Something that is the exterior to our beingness, so to speak. And so the next card is the strength, which is represented, many representations of it, but one of the representations is the serpent. And that energy, the serpent energy, we've read many times about how Eve, tempted Adam and was tempted by the serpent to eat of the apple of judgment. And the next card, the chariot, has to do with a word that we've heard for the last few years, which is the fence. So a lot of what is presented right now is very important for this year 5781. On our Western tradition, we call this year 2020. And if we think about 2020, we think about clear vision, right? 2020, eyesight. And so the next key is the Hierophant, which is the nail, which is Vav. So when we say Yod He Vav He, that is the sacred name that we chanted earlier today. So I could go on and on, but I have limited time today. And I do encourage you all on YouTube. There's hundreds of pieces of information about the year 5781. It's extremely important because we are given information in what is called Malkuth, in this earthly realm, that is really information that we need to raise our vibration. And in 5780, the word was pay, the mouth. So we're silencing the mouth, and as you can see, we're wearing masks. 5781 is the crown, the ajna center, the revelation. So we are in a transformation that is so profound, and we need to all come together in that consciousness and eradicate the consciousness of fear, contagion, isolation. We are given this opportunity, thank God, to be able to be together in this format, which is a digital electronic format. And we are electrical beings. And I just wanted to share for you to appreciate the Jewish calendar as well as the Sumerian calendar, the Chinese calendar. There's so many, the Egyptian calendar, all of the ways of looking at life in a different paradigm shift, because it isn't only 2020, it's also other numerical values. So I appreciate that, and I hope you'll hear my prayer. That's the song I'm learning. Yes, I am a brat, but I grew up in the Mission District with the Pachucos and gunfighters and knife fighters, and what can I tell you? I'm doing the best I can.
I'm gonna go topless because my mom
bought her that bra.
Bought me this bra.
If she's gonna go topless,
yeah, take it
I'm
off,
not
Mom.
going topless.
Show them all what you got.
No. Anyway,
another num-nums say as we go.
That's what she used to say when she wanted to nurse. Thank you for listening. Bronwyn, we need more comedy in the world. All of us next time that this is October 6th. Also, the numbers are 3, 6, and 9, which many of you know are some of the Tesla numbers.
If you want to understand the, what are they called? Mysteries, wonders. Somebody read my email, please. And the quote is there. Also, the Buckminster Fuller quote, very important, about creating new paradigms. Is there one card for 2020 or multiple? So confused. That's right. That's what we want to do. We're confusing you so that it's like a Zen cone, because then you're opening and expanding your mind so that you can ready your ethereal body for interdimensional travel.
And one last thing I wanted to share is I'm writing a book. I've been working on it for the last year. It's called How Not to Talk Like a Parent.
I love that title.
Yeah, and that came about because I was using what I thought were good parenting skills, but I was losing communication
and connection.
I
was ready to walk away from this relationship because
even though I'm a good cook and
she does so much for me, and yet I couldn't stand it anymore because she was such a bossy nag.
And so,
which I've turned into. Yeah. Roles have reversed. Now I'm the one who gets to be annoying. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not annoying, right?
No, she's lovely. And what a gift to have a daughter. You know, if you think of the word daughter and you have a capital D and you take the curve out, the word becomes laughter. So a daughter for a mother is great laughter, great joy, great fun. And Alayha and I've done comedy improv together for so many years. And, you know, we laugh and joke, and we have a great time together. And I value each and every moment. And I thank you, Z, for being so loving and diligent and helping me to understand things. That you were a great teacher, and I appreciate it so much.
She loves you. She does.
I love you all. You're all
love
beautiful.
us,
yeah.
And I love each and every one of you very, 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 very much. And I'm so grateful for your participation in our first inaugural Psychodelicates Magical Playtime.
And if anybody wants to be interviewed for the book, I've interviewed some celebrities and also people in all different fields and walks, homeless people. If you want to be interviewed, I'd love to interview you for the book. Thank you.
And I just want to let everybody know that we're going to have a couple more minutes here of opportunity to share yourself and whatever you feel called and inspired to say in this sacred circle that we've created. I'm reading Twist's comment here. It says, why is that guy called Z? Anything to do with all that creepy Q stuff I hear so much about. And cleavage. Yes, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I have cleavage. I'm so proud of it. Okay. Look, you guys, I've gotten really silly here, and I appreciate you letting me
Well, I've got cleavage too.
Yeah, yeah, but yours isn't in a sparkly. No, I think your cleavage is beautiful, Robert.
I've got cleavage.
Borfo,
You've
do you
got
want to show off your
cleavage.
cleavage a little more, please? Thank you.
You've got cleavage.
Who could ask for anything more?
Lots of cleavage.
So yeah, that's the next. So we've got 4 minutes left to our official 2 o'clock end time. However, I'm going to be on here until everybody leaves. So if you got to rush off, then rush off. And, you know, I'm going to do one after most, well, pretty much any minute now, I'm going to do a mic test. No, after like about 15 minutes, I'm going to do a mic test and see how my sound quality is, if it's any different with the mic that I got and if that works. What I want to say to you all now is I would like us to do our, oh, we've got iPhone back in here. Hang on a second. Our one clown for today. Oh, and Pirate Scottie's coming back to us. What about the radio voices from the time stream station in a parallel world? I think it's coming in right now, Twist. Whoever this iPhone character is. God, I can't wait to meet. Wait, they keep popping in and out of existence. Paul Carey, I have not introduced you, my sir. Would you like to introduce yourself? Can't hear you, iPhone.
Are you related to Bob Carey in Laguna Beach?
No.
Nope.
Paul Carey.
Someday we're gonna, oh.
I shall unmute.
Okay, he unmuted himself.
No, I'm related to nobody. But if you open up the phone book, well, when we used to have white pages, and you look up the name Paul Carey, there's filthy thick as John Smith's. So I had no idea where ultimately I came from. And I perhaps am on, of course, an unbroken thread of ancestry that I choose not to discover. But anyway, thank you so much for the pleasant distraction. I've been waiting to punch the button on the Ninja to make a batch of hummus for about 20 minutes. And I'm going to go do that, which is going to totally wipe out my ability to even pay attention. So
go Ninja.
I'll see you on the next show. And by the way, if we do have there is a next show.
There are 2 more scheduled, and they will be monthly. I'm committed to creating this as a monthly event.
Okay, that's even easier to get really ready for. But I do have. I am sitting in the midst of a little studio that will allow me to jack my guitar in and play. Do all that kind of stuff, roll in stuff. And let me just say, by the way, as a suggestion, as I punch the leave button on this, that you are able to name a co-host who can monitor the chat, and the co-host does not have to be present. You can name a co-host to spotlight, monitor the chat, on the back hall, notice people that they're screwing up, blah, 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 blah.
Well, yeah, and I also have decided to, or chosen to make this an admittance event so that I know when people are coming in, although it seems like there's still some ability for some people who have already been on to pop in and out. So, anywho, that is to say, I was supposed to have a co-host, and they didn't show up today. There was a miscommunication. Surprise, surprise. That happens in the world. But next time it will happen. We will make sure of it. And I thank you so much, Mr. Carey, for your contribution to our playtime.
All right. You take care, dears. All of you.
Okay, so I'm committed that we do a closing circle. So I appreciate all of you who have stuck around for this moment here. And I hope Scottie maybe can come back to us if he's around. So I'd like us to close our circle, which I dedicate to the ancestors that Paul Carey was talking about, our one family, the human family. I'm grateful to be with you here now and forever. No co-hostess Twinkies for you. Good one, Twister. Okay, so we're gonna go in a circle. I see Cinnamon Twist on my left. I see Zarathustra Aquarian on my right. And then I see Bronwyn and I see Dr. Robert Frost. And then we will close the circle with Amy. And if Scottie comes back, we'll squeeze him in. No, he dropped off again. But so that's it. Oh wait, here he comes again. Popping in and out of existence. Pirate Scottie. Arr. Okay, so my closing word for today. Everybody come off mute so that you can be ready to share your word, because we're doing the closing circle. Okay, I'm getting chats, but I'm not going to read them now because I have to stay focused on what I'm saying, you guys. So, all right, we're all unmuted. Excellent. So yeah, my word is love. Twist.
Evil. Oh, EVOL.
Oh, evil.
Reverse the formula.
Oh, evil.
Upside down. Evil.
Evil.
Short for evolution.
Look at those boobies moving, Bobby. Dad, your word, please, sir.
I just want to say how thankful I am for Zoom.
Zoom.
Laughter.
Today is my fasting day, so my word is food.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's all
Food.
get hungry. I am hungry for food. Yes. Okay, so that closes our circle. Oh, I keep forgetting about Mom. She's here. It's so weird because, you know, she's here next to me, but she's not in a separate screen.
Right.
So I'm getting confused.
It blends right into the background.
Part of her.
She's just part of me. What, Twist? What did you say to me? No, you're not gonna, no. Okay.
Well, expialidocious supercalifragilistic expialidocious.
Admit it. What do you want me to admit, Twist?
What you just did.
What did I do? Oh, I ignored her?
It's so lucky.
No co-hostess Twinkies for you. Sorry.
No, what for me?
No hostess Twinkie, co-host Twinkie, Costco co-host Twinkies. I don't know. I'm stuck on the COs for some reason.
Coco, Psycho.
Coco, Hoko, Psycho, Pomo.
Psycho COVID.
Yes,
COVID,
that would be my last request of you today is Dr. Robert Frost, my beloved Scottie May, Bronwyn, Twister, Zarathustra, anything that you want to say about this event. Paul Carey gave us some great tips. We would love to have a co-host. We'll make that happen next time. We've had many semi-co-hosts throughout the day.
I do want to let you know about the laughter, or like having people come off mute for the comedy laugh. Like it works out okay during other open mics that I've been to, having everyone off mute, unless there is like something weird going on in the background. So I just was gonna say, like, from experience, it's nice to have the laughter and to just kind of have everybody hear each other's laughter too for a second. And yeah, for the next one, I'm sure that anyway, if that's something that you'd like to do.
Thank you.
And thanks. We were laughing over here.
Dad had something.
One time when I was in Switzerland, I was called in to answer. I'd planted a garden in the backyard and I was not allowed to because one of the floors of the house had the nurses and they had a big committee gathered together to do an inquest and to take me to task. And they didn't speak English really well. And they said, well, why is there any problems? Was it the nurses of Basel don't want a garden back here? And I said, how do they know that there's a garden back here? She said, well, we have a comedy. She meant committee, but that broke up the whole group. We all cracked up.
We have a comedy.
We have a comedy.
We have a comedy. Dad, did you have something you wanted to say?
I just can't believe how flawless it came off from the very beginning. I'm serious. It really did flow. And I'm just so thankful to you for doing this.
Thank you, Dad. Yeah, I'm really grateful. It was a lot of fun for me, and I think it seemed like people were enjoying themselves. Twist, last words, Costco.
Yeah, you overstepped the humanly allowable duration in which people are not supposed to use their cell phone.
Oh, really? Is that
Yes.
There's a rule about that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's been determined.
That if people stay on their phones or their computers for more than 3 hours, that they will fry their brain.
Exactly.
They'll get hysterical.
The report, I can send you the report that came out last month.
I would like to see
It
that.
has all the numbers.
I'd like to see some numbers on that from my comedy. You're my comedy, Twist.
There's actually a segment. There's actually a semi-comedic segment on that in that new documentary that just came out. You know, social whatever. Yeah.
It's a dilemma. We're having a dilemma.
Social dilemma.
Of socializing.
We're having a
Dilemma. It's a dilemma. Okay, yeah. So one last thing. I mean, you guys, if you have to go. Oh yeah, Scottie, are you there? I think it's a picture of Scottie. Not. Oh wait, no. Oh, okay. I couldn't tell.
Last words.
Last words. You ready for the last word?
For now,
Can you hear me?
just barely. You're wonderful.
Everywhere I go, people keep playing the trumpets. I heard a trumpet playing
Is he serious?
about 5 minutes ago.
Are you serious?
Wow.
Is he
I
serious?
think I believe him. I'm gullible,
Yeah.
but I believe him. But he's frozen for me. Is he
Oh.
frozen for everybody else?
Yeah.
Okay. Scottie's out in nature, as you can see, and we have more challenges of reaching our interweb. You've got some nature for us, Robert?
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Yeah,
The
freeze
freezer's
yourself,
getting
Twist.
already.
You look frozen, almost. Go get in your freezer. I'm ready for one. Boy, I could use a cold room right now.
Yeah.
Bronwyn, you're muted. I want to hear your voice. No, you're talking to, it's a private conversation.
I'm at 6,400 feet, so a hot day here might get up to like 80. That's really hot.
It's yeah, at the high 80s here.
Okay, so we have officially concluded our session, and now I'm going to do a sound test. But Robert, I would love, because you, I think, are a sonically aware person, and Twist too. I mean, if you got to go, you got to go. But I hope you can stick. Can you stand 5 more minutes of radiation on your brain?
I'd like to hear how it sounds.
Well, I'm working on it, Dad.
Thank you.
You've got to go. I understand, Bronwyn. And yeah, I understand. Yeah, I love you. I think it was wonderful.
Great.
And yeah, we're going to do more. And
Yeah, that was a pretty good trail run.
here, wait, Bronwyn came off mute.
Pretty zany.
I just wanted to say thank you everybody for being here with this creation, this container that is happening, and being interested in moving this forward. And I'm really excited to be part of it and very grateful. I want to stick around, but I'm like, I have so many things I gotta, yeah. So thank you very much. And all of the blessings, every single blessing that we need right now, it's now, it's happening.
Yes.
You said sound check. Do you want some sounds?
Well, I would love for you to play some sounds, but Twist, I interrupted you. Do you want to finish what you were saying?
I don't know. What was I saying?
You were just making mouth noises.
Probably just making mouth noises. I don't know.
Yeah. So Robert, play us some music.
Well, I wanted to finish with the song that you liked so much that I started to sing.
Okay.
I didn't get to it. So this little story. When I first heard this song, I was about 35 or something. I thought it was the first time, and I closed my eyes and I lost awareness of up and down, and I was warm and comforted, and everything was fine. I just was in this total state of bliss. And I went home and asked my mother about that song. She said, "Oh, that was your father's and my song." And I said, "Well, did you ever listen to it while you were pregnant?" She said, "Oh yeah, a lot."
Oh wow.
It was a memory. And back then, the late early 40s, they had a little preamble in the song. The preamble to this one goes, "And now the purple dust of twilight time steals across the meadows of my heart. High up in the sky the little birds climb, always reminding me that we're apart. You wandered down the road and far away, leaving me a song that will not die. Love is now the stardust of yesterday, the memories of times gone by. Sometimes I wonder why I spend the lonely nights dreaming of a song. The melody haunts my reverie, and I am once again with you. When our love was new, and each kiss an inspiration. Ah, but that was long ago, and now my consolation is in the stardust of a song. It goes on, but that's enough. I love that song so much.
That's a great song. I would love it if we all learned to song together.
Can you hear us? No.
Yes.
He said yes.
Quietly, we can hear.
Okay. Let's see if I can turn the volume up, maybe.
Like your microphone's cute.
Isn't that cute? How about now?
Does that levitate?
Look, yeah.
Should be floating around the room
That's
autonomously.
That's a good idea. We'll get a drone for it.
Yeah, we need a drone mic.
Oh my goodness, I am schwitzing. How do I sound? I can't hear myself.
You sound fine. A little bit, maybe a little bit on the upper end, maybe.
Well, let me try to speak in my lower register. Is that better?
No, that's your spooky voice.
If anybody has ideas for equipment, we are open to
Oh
buying.
God, help us with what kind of a good
Well,
mic.
that's why serious people have what Djin had, or what looks like Dr. Frost may have there. I mean, they have like.
Do you have a good mic on you there, Mr. Frost? Dr.
I'm
Frost?
using the mic in my laptop.
Oh, you're using your laptop mic, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, so it was Djin who had the music microphone.
How about now? What if I talk to you like this?
When you
That's
ask
all
what a
right.
good microphone is, you have to make a price range. There's good microphones under $100. There's
I
good
can hear
microphones
them.
for $1,000.
You can hear me, but it's quiet.
I even wonder, like, I mean, Zoom is so spotty and has such low resolution.
You don't say.
Quality that I don't even know if
say,
it's for
don't
Zoom.
ya?
If you're doing YouTube recordings, maybe it's worth it. I don't know.
Well, yeah, no, I definitely am going to get a good mic because I have to do that for creating media.
It looks more official anyway when you have one of those kind of like mics hanging down, you know, like old radio studio, you know, production studio.
Sure.
I mean, that looks sort of like one, but little cyborgian. I mean, that is a mic too.
This is a microphone that I'm using. How maybe it sounds better if I bring it closer to my mouth. What do you guys think?
I mean,
is that better?
A really
Tell
good
me
mic. You that.
Tell me what?
I
I
mean,
don't need
you
to.
know,
No, right.
You shouldn't
I
need to
have
do that
I
with a really
shouldn't
good
need to do
mic.
this. No, this is a crappy mic. This is $100
Okay, there we go.
microphone.
Okay, good. We've established that.
Now you're happy, Twist. Now you're happy with the sound quality because it's a crappy mic.
I'm not really an audio engineer, you know.
What? I saw that on your resume and I am offended.
Yeah, I have to cut out. Somebody's coming over to help me cut the big clumps of hair out of the house Persian cat.
Mhm.
Okay, Dr. Frost.
All right, bye, Dr. Frost.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao. So, Mom, I don't know if you can tell, but because you are in here and we have two zooms on the sound, it creates an echo.
Oh, why don't I just?
There's definitely a cool echo
No, you
effect. I
should
like
turn
it.
the
Can
air
you turn?
conditioner on.
I'll go do it.
Let me turn the
I'm not
sound
gonna
off
talk.
of that because you're making a noise that I like personally. Okay, I think
Cool.
I'm going to stop recording.
Cut out and take a nap.
No, you can't leave, Twist.
So what do we do?
Where do we
when is
get the free iced tea from?
Well, I'd like to ask a question.
Okay.
When is the next time we come together on this?
Wow, what a great question, Dad. Don't ever look at the Facebook event invitation. Oh, Mother says not to be sarcastic.
Never.
I apologize.
I don't know who you got that from. I don't think it was her.
I thought it was called reverse psychology, not sarcasm.
People like to hear it from the horse's mouth, you know, even if they can easily open a web page and look at the complicated, convoluted spreadsheet with all the different tabs and fonts and
You like it. Sounds like you like it.
people just like, you know, people don't want to ask Alexa or Google Voice for everything, you know. They want to hear a response from a real human.
Okay, I'm a real human, Dad. And I'm going to tell you now.
Okay.
That the next time that we're going to be together similarly to today's, I can't barely hear myself, so here, I'll take it in there.
It sounds great.
Oh yeah,
The
really?
microphone. Yeah, the microphone is really good, the new microphone.
Oh, you like the microphone? Okay. It's
It
okay,
works.
Twist. You can yawn at us. I know you've over exerted yourself with your
Rick
content.
Avery, my neighbor, has
Hi,
come in
Rick.
and joined us the last second.
Good. So happy that we're all getting to be together.
She's doing it.
So, Dad, October 6th from 3 to 6
that's the
p.m.
next one.
Yeah.
Very good.
Alayha?
Yes, Amy.
Z?
Yes.
Alayha, can you
Hello?
hear me?
Yes, I can hear
Or
you.
Z, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Are we going? Or do we get a free pass to that tropical island from the that we just saw?
That's what
so
we're gonna get.
alluring, Amy. I like it. When do we go?
Where are the tickets?
She's gotten hysterical. She's been doing this.
It's breaking down now. The show's falling apart. I think I have
She's
to go.
gotten hysterical.
Yeah, I think I better clear out before there's any more
I've lost my mind.
tears and
I've gained my heart. My heart is so
nervous
full.
breakdown underway.
It's a nervous breakthrough, Twist.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, I'm seriously so freaking happy right now that I'm crying. and laughing.
That's what's going on.
Oh, yeah. No, I am hysterical, but I'm thrilled because that's what I'm here for, to have a good time. And I feel
Hysteria
like,
is good.
oh, God. Okay, Psychodelicate, thank you for allowing us to be here together today. And let's also do a quick Archangel invocation. So, Raphael, Holy Archangel of the East, thank you for blowing our minds with your air. Michael, Holy Archangel of the South, thank you for igniting our backside with your fire. Gabriel, Holy Archangel of the West, thank you for making us wet with your tears of joy and our tears of joy that we're enjoying. And Uriel, Holy Archangel of the North, thank you for grounding us with your earth. Oh, man.
Okay.
And
Aho.
Aho.
So I challenge you to do a highlight segment, to take 10 to 15 second clips of the highlight and put a bunch of them together for a single trailer.
Okay. Yep. Well, so I think that's a great idea. So I want to get your opinion then. It sounds like you don't think I should just share this whole thing raw in the Facebook event.
That's good too.
Has attention for it. It's too long.
It's too long.
Some people can last through it. Yeah, no.
Yeah, maybe. A few.
All right.
Yeah.
I might. I probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload it to the YouTube and put a link for it into the Facebook event, and then I'm going to input timestamps that tell people when certain things happen and start, so that they can see. I want to go see this part. Yes, Mother, you have your hand raised, but I can't hear you.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted Z to see the thing that we bought at the thrift store.
Yeah, I love that thing.
That's
do you remember
your
that?
Island Paradise twist.
Okay,
I
Island
love
Paradise.
those machines.
Island Paradise theme.
Yeah, you're gonna go there with me someday.
Photo water.
When we get to take a vacation. It's pretend that it's like the sea in Turkey. That's what it is for me. It's the Butterfly Valley.
Butterfly Valley. Kabak.
Oh,
Okay.
I want to go to there. And